In order at 7:21 p.m. Please rise for the pledge of the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Thank you all for coming out. First on tonight's agenda is the approval of the minutes from the last Senate meeting. Do I have a motion for approval of the agenda?
Motion.
Seeing no further, I will also have those in favor of the minutes from the last meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
This motion passes. Next is the approval of tonight's agenda, which has been posted since last Friday at 5 p.m. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion.
All those in favor of the agenda say yes.
Yes.
Thank you. All those opposed? This motion passes. Welcome back to Senate. I'm very delighted to have you all back here, and I'm excited and eager to have a great, successful year. And I cannot do that without any of you guys. So next I'll have our open session. So for our open session, each of you will have 3 minutes to talk and 2 minutes for questions. Our first up is Sam Deegan from Gourmet Dining.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sam Deegan. I am the Director of Marketing and Community Relations for Gourmet Dining. Just want to say thank you for letting me be part of your evening here tonight. Just want to introduce myself, let you guys know if you guys ever have any problems on campus, feel free to come see me. My office is located in the back of Owl's Nest. Open door policy. I'm here 6 days a week pretty much, 8 to 6, sometimes later. So just stop on by if you guys ever need anything. I would like you guys to come to me first versus, putting it out on social media, all that good stuff. So I want to tell you guys, I'm sure you guys have all seen it, but I want to tell you about the new locations on campus, blah, blah, blah. So we have a new Jersey Mike's location down at Prof's Place. It's open till 1 a.m. They got rid of the gourmet bread location. I've got some negative feedback about that, but that's okay. New place in the food court. It's called Twisted Mac. Gourmet mac and cheese. They have 3 different flavors every day, so that's available on Meal Exchange. Let's see. The end of this month, we're building a new location in the science building called Avant Pain. Grab and go sandwiches, bakery items, and whatnot. So be on the lookout for coupon, social media promotions, and whatnot for that. And then I'll turn it over to you guys. If you guys have any questions, fire away.
When are those shipping containers opening?
We're waiting for one final permit, and then I guess when they were first starting it, there has to be running water in a location like that. So there wasn't a full running water line going there, so they just have to have a special permit. We've been working, with Rowan in the state the past couple weeks, so hopefully by the end of the month those will be open as well.
Any other questions? Well, thank you, Sam, for coming. If anybody has any other further questions, we'll be sending this email out to you. Next up on tonight's agenda, we have Rhiannon Napoli, who is the Assistant Director of the Chamberlain Student Center. Here we go.
Thank you, everyone. Like Anthony said, my name is Rhiannon Napoli. Some of you may know me as Rio. That's what I go by around here. And I'm the Assistant Director here at the Chamberlain Student Center. Part of my job here is to help out clubs and organizations. So I see some familiar faces, and I help clubs and organizations plan their events here on campus. I'm here tonight to quickly brief you on some of the policies that we've kept the same for special events and some of the policies that have changed. So to have a basic special event, which is events that happen here in the ballroom, the pit, patio, some of our larger spaces on campus, or events where maybe you're inviting people from the outside or you're collecting money, that would constitute a special event. And to have one of those, the basic requirements are to go in 25 Live and book your space 20 business days, about a month before the date that you'd like to hold your event. You request your space there, and then about 10 business days before, your event consult will reach out to you. In between that time, about 10 business days before your event date, you will have a meeting to go over all of the logistics of your special event and just double check to make sure you've got a diagram in and you are raising money properly, and if public safety needs to be there, because there's some risk factors associated with it, they get there. So those pieces have remained the same. Some of you may remember that in the past, we've had a special event late night risk analysis form. So that was a form you had to fill out after your reservation, before your special event meeting, in order to tell us what type of event it was you're holding. We've done away with that. Those questions are now integrated into 25 Live. So when you reserve space, it has a couple extra questions in there so that you don't have to fill out a separate form. The biggest piece of what's different this year is that every club and organization has been assigned an event consultant. Their role, much like my role, is to be a resource for you and to hold those mandatory special event meetings. So what we found last year is that 10 days before an event is sometimes not enough time to help you all plan really great, successful special events. So it might be difficult in order to sell tickets, it might be difficult to get a custom layout the way you would like it and discuss that. It might be realizing when we meet that the room you booked is not the best space for your event. So what we're offering to you, your event consult, if they haven't reached out to you already, or your club and organization president, they'll be reaching out probably by the end of tomorrow to introduce themselves and tell a little bit about the process. What we're offering to clubs and organizations is an opportunity to meet with a professional staff member here, either from the student center side of the house or the student activity side of the house, to act as a resource to tell you all about how you can plan successful events here on campus. In your club and organization mailboxes, you should have already received, or hopefully your president has picked up one of these folders. This has a lot of really great resources in it. It tells you, it has a little welcome letter in there. It has a resource guide for using 25 Live. It has all of the room diagrams for the student center here, so no one can say that they've never gotten one of our room diagrams. They're all in there for you. And it also has a really, really great packet of resources. So this packet of resources is going to help you plan an event budget, has an event evaluation, and it has a checklist timeline for your events here on campus of what you need to do starting as early as even 6 months out from the date of your event. So what I'd like to say is that we are here to help you. We are here to provide you with great services and resources. So if you haven't checked your SGA mailbox yet, please make sure you do that. And your event consultant will be reaching out to your club and organization president in the next day or so to invite them to come to one of 3 of our president's workshops that we're having here for you to help you plan special events. And also SGA will talk about the prop links a little bit more with them as well. Can I open up to questions at this point? So does anybody have any questions for us? I have a couple copies of things here if you'd like to take them back to your organization, if you're worried that maybe your president got it or somebody else checked the mail, they didn't get into the right hands.
Does anybody have any questions for Rio? Right there in the back.
Does this include just events in the student center, or is it everywhere on campus?
It is a great question. It is events all over campus. So we do get a lot of questions, of course, and people who reach out to us because we're at the student center and they know that we're here to help them, but these can be events that you host anywhere on campus. We've met with student groups who want to have a fundraising run around campus, groups who want to have a carnival on the intramural field. We've met with all kinds of groups, and it really just helps them understand kind of what needs to go in to make it happen. If you're having a carnival, how do you get trash cans out there? How do you get a water key to have a dunk tank on the back patio? All of those pieces, little pieces of the puzzle that sometimes are difficult to navigate, we're here to help you make that happen.
How do you figure out your event?
Great question. So within the next day or so, the list will be up on the Student Center website. A link to Google Sheets document will be up there, and you can look at your organization that way. And also, your event consultant will be reaching out to your club and organization president and emailing them directly. And I know I've reached out to my clubs and orgs already, and several of our professional staff members have already done that. I think there's 8 event consultants that'll be reaching out across to all the clubs and organizations and Greek organizations as well. All right, thank you so much for your time.
Next on our agenda, we have Eileen from the Library Services.
Marketing and Outreach Coordinator for Rowan University Libraries. Thanks for coming. I just want to let everybody know that we've been working really hard for the last 6 or so months to revise some of our physical resources and services and virtual online resources and services for you based on feedback that we've been receiving. So just a couple quick announcements. If you haven't been inside of the physical library lately, you will this semester, I promise you, if you haven't made it already, but we've already revised a couple physical spaces inside of the library, and we're ready to open them to you officially. The first I want to announce is the opening of the Performing Arts Collection on the second floor of Campbell Library. It's a new space. We've moved the music library from Wilson. This summer was a summer-long project over to Campbell Library, so that all of our collections and service points are now in the same location, but expanded, which means that if you are a student of the performing arts, you can now go to one location for theater, dance, and music. And there is an expert there ready to serve you, help you with your research, and answer any questions that you might have for homework assignments in that one space. That opening is going to be on Thursday, September 24th from 2 to 4 p.m. and you're all invited to attend. There is a Rowan announcer that's out currently, and keep looking for it. We have a second big opening for the reference reading area. If you've gone on the second floor of Campbell Library and seen these big colorful rooms that have a lock on the door so that you can't get into them yet, those are the new spaces. They're breakout rooms, very similar to the group study rooms you've been using, but they have upgraded technology inside of them, TVs, there's going to be technology in the tables that's going to match the new College of Business tables. So it's going to be very exciting when those open. They're free for you to use whenever. Same system as the group study rooms, you just have to make a reservation. And it's for you to use for 2 hours at a time per person. That space is opening officially on Thursday, October the 8th. It's going to be an all-day event from 9 until 3 p.m. And we're giving away free earbuds in every color, so you can come in the beginning of the day, get your free earbuds, and participate in our activities in the 4 breakout rooms. Again, that's on October the 8th, and you can watch for that Rowan announcer as well. And then lastly, I want to talk to you a little bit about our virtual services online. We've had a lot of complaints over the last couple months about the services provided on our website. Wasn't that very easy to use, wasn't user-friendly. We're really working hard to try to change that, but we need your help. We made a couple changes so far. Now if you go on our homepage to live.rowan.edu, there is a chat icon ready for you to use. If you're stuck at any point in time while you're doing research, click on chat. Somebody will be there to answer your question in real time during regular business hours. And if you submit the question in 1 o'clock in the morning, middle of the night, we'll get back to you right at 7:30 when somebody comes in. Also, we have a new calendar, much easier to use than the old one. An interstitial page, which basically means that if you go back and forth between our medical school campuses and the Campbell Library, and you want to make sure that you're going back to your preferred library when you're doing research, it's going to set a default for you so that you don't have to keep clicking back and forth. It'll automatically go to your preferred setting. We also have visible quick links, what a concept, and better database linking. The rest, we really need to hear from you. I mean, I get different comments all the time about things people don't like, things people do like. Why did you take this away? Why don't you add this? The answer is we'd love to add it. We need to hear it from you, though. We have a card.
We have to open it up for questions now.
Sorry, go ahead. Questions?
Does anybody have any questions for Eileen or the library? Seeing no further questions, thank you for coming out tonight, Eileen.
Thank you.
I'd now like to introduce myself. My name is Anthony Warwick. I'm the Student Government Association President for this year. I'm very happy to serve you, as I already said. I hope you all have received some emails from me. There's very important information in there, and I truly do mean it when I say that our office is open to you guys. My personal office hours are Mondays and Wednesdays, 10 to 4. I'd love to have you guys come in. You guys could have a mint on my desk or hang out with me, whatever you guys want to do. I also want to address the importance of Senate. I would just like to impress how important this truly is, and that how you guys are representing the entire undergraduate population when you guys raise your placards and vote. I've said this in the first workshop, and we have several workshops to come, but it's very important that you guys raise your placard on your personal belief and not the person that you're sitting next to. Because a lot of people get scared and want to just fit in with everybody, but that's not what this is about. If you feel some sort of way, I want you to really raise it the way that you feel, whether it's to approve or deny something, because that's truly important. Also, by the end of this week, you guys will personally be receiving an email from me inviting you to join our ProfLink page. I would love for you guys all to join that because you'll be getting any updates if we have any cancellations for Senate due to inclement weather, anything like that. We'll also be able to text you just to give reminders or any dates like that. We'll be able to post general announcements on there. You'll be able to vote for elections on there, so there's plenty of resources on there. All of our financial paperwork on there, how to start a club, your quarterly progress reports, everything will be on there. And if you guys need any help with that, we have plenty of resources to help you get set up on ProfLink. We have Drew Tinnen, we have Student Life with Jamie Kistar, Christine Collins, our Executive Vice President, so there's plenty of options. Also, finally, just to let you know that we do have some open positions that will take place next Senate meeting, Monday the 28th at 7 p.m. right here in the ballroom. You all should have received the Senate dates. Those positions include the Assistant Vice President for University Advancement, the Academic Center for Humanities and Social Sciences, and also a class of 2016 senator. Anybody have any questions for me? All right, now we're going to move into our executive announcements, starting with our Executive Vice President, Christine Collins.
Hi everyone, welcome back. As Anthony said, my name is Christine Collins and I'm the Executive Vice President. I just wanted to remind everyone that Rowan Choice students have access to all student services except for Greeks, athletics, and sports clubs. So if they're showing up to your SGA chartered and petitioning events, they are allowed to come, and they do have those RCGC email addresses. So just I wanted to give you a heads up that they're allowed to attend your events. In addition, we do have some upcoming Senator and President's workshops. These are mandatory to attend. They've been posted in the Rowan Announcer, as well in your emails. So if you have any questions about those, please shoot me an email, or if you're not getting my emails, shoot me an email as well and just have me add you to my directory. All right, thank you guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Alexia Mazur. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for Student Government, so I do all the money. Basically, my first announcement to you, hopefully you have already done this for your club or your treasurer or president has, but first, I need everyone to turn in their SFCB signature forms. This form is required before your club can do any spending and receive any reimbursements, so it's very important you get that in as soon as possible if you have not already. I've emailed it out, and I will mention again at the treasurer workshops, which are also mandatory and are this week and next week, so make sure you have representation because it is 3 points if you do not attend. A lot of important information going on there. So yeah, it's in the Rowan Announcer, and I will email the club boards one more time to remind you all, but they are this and next week, so just make sure you have a treasurer to represent your club. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Kunal Patel and I'm the student trustee. So I have a couple of updates from last semester into the summer on issues that have been brought up to me over the school year of last semester and the summer. So first thing is that several members of the transgender community came to the Board of Trustees meeting in February to talk about the lack of resources. In response to that, we have been working over the summer to work with Banner, to work with in a preferred name campaign. So we are working on getting IDs, emails, class lists, and banners ready to go. So at this moment, it's not up yet, and I want to apologize to the transgender community for that. If there was any added stress this week, or if there was a coming out because of these systems not being in place, but rest assured, we are working on these. We have heard your concerns, and we are working as fast as we can to get this so that you can feel safe in an environment where everyone else is feeling safe. To tackle the needs of the health center and mental illness is a huge thing that I've been working on last year. And to start alleviating the wait lists that have been so long on our campus, we have 1 licensed psychologist and 2 licensed counselors being added to staff that are already started July 1st. We have a nurse and a nurse practitioner in the wellness center working, ready to go. But these are still alleviating things, but again, I know that this is just a Band-Aid in the solution, and I'm really working with the university to get these solutions fixed to make sure that students who do have issues that need to go talk to a counselor or a psychiatrist can walk freely in. So we are working on that. I have heard your concerns, and I am working. And if there's anything else that I might have missed, please come up to us. We all work really hard here to try to better you, the university, for you and for ourselves. And if we don't know about it, we can't help you. Awesome.
is interested in being in the Student Affairs Committee, please see me after the meeting and I will give you the dates. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Melissa Short and I'm the alternate student trustee. I wanted to invite you to the next open session meeting for the Board of Trustees, which is this Wednesday at 4 p.m. in the ballroom.
Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin Morgan. I'm currently the acting AVP of University Advancement, which was just vacated. So I'm just filling in until that position is filled. But I just wanted to say if you needed anything, you can contact me.
Hi everyone, I'm April. I'm the recording secretary. If you didn't sign in at the beginning of the meeting, make sure you do so afterwards. One quick announcement, if you're a Class 1 senator, which means you receive $2,500 or more from our account, then you have to sign up for a committee meeting, and those are held on the Mondays where we don't have Senate. You can do so on Proflinks. You just click on the forms section, and there is a tab where it says committee meeting form, and you rate them 1 to 5, which one wants the most, and those are due Thursday at 5 p.m. If you aren't a Class 1 senator and you just want to join, you can fill it out as well, and I'll get back to you over the weekend on which committee you're in. Thank you.
Again, just to reiterate, these committees are open for all of you. So whoever wants to join, it is important to do so because these are where we get our actual work done. So if there's something that you want to see on campus, rather than doing it in this big meeting, we have smaller breakout sessions. They're open to anyone on campus, and those hours and locations will be posted by the end of this week. Seeing no unfinished business, we're going to move right to new business. We have a couple elections today, so please bear with us. Also, we have the results in for the class of 2019 election. So if I could please have a warm round of applause for those candidates, all of you guys that applied. Also, with that said, I do want to address some concerns that we did have. It's really important that when you guys are campaigning, that you guys keep a clean campaign and that you make sure that you have the other candidates' consideration in mind. So you don't want to slander anyone or you don't want to bribe anyone or anything like that. And all of those things were outlined with the Elections Commissioner, Ms. Gillen, so please keep that in mind. I'm going to turn this over to Ms. Gillen.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Shamia Gill and I'm your Elections Commissioner and Community Standards. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate all of you for getting approved that applied for the university for class 2019 class senators. I would like to congratulate you on that. If you guys were not elected, you do have the option of becoming a class senator at large or becoming a part of one of our committees. So that's very important. If you have any questions about that, you can meet me after the Senate meeting tonight. Congratulations to Riley Shea. Please stand up. Michael Viola. And Austin Amilos. Congratulations to SGA.
Please make sure to remain after the meeting. Moving on to new business, we have our special elections for our candidates. Please keep in mind that you guys will have 2 minutes to speak and you will all be asked 3 questions. So for our academic senator,
Academic Senator, College of Science and Mathematics, I would now open the floor for a motion acclamation to approve Janky Kadala. All in favor, raise your placards. Or hands. There's no one running against her. All opposed? All right, motion. Okay, now I'm starting the speeches for the AVP of Academic Affairs, and all other candidates step out of the room, except for Antonia Delgado.
Again, just keep in mind that you will have 2 minutes to speak and you will be asked 3 questions from members of the Senate. If you're a petitioning organization, you cannot ask a question.
This candidate for this position, right?
Yeah.
I
So just to reiterate, only Valerio, Rebecca should be stepping out of the room. As soon as the doors close, you can begin.
Hi everyone, my name is Antonia Nizal and I'm a sophomore. I was a class senator of the SGA last year and I'm currently on the e-board of our environmental club, honors book club, and CEO club. But none of that matters. I'm here to tell you my ideas that will improve our school and your year. I've thoughtfully put together a list of goals I will achieve if you elect me as AVP. My first small goal is to create and run a monthly Q&A event where AVPs and senators talk with students on campus to see what problems need to be addressed. We need to create better communication between the student population and our school's governing body. After all, we're here for the interests of the students. Senators will be more aware of students' concerns, and students will be in turn more knowledgeable and interested in the doings of the Government Association. I plan on requiring my senators to be more present within their colleges. I will give them a bit more responsibility, like having them meet with their deans on a bi-weekly basis to discuss events going on and problems that need to be addressed. A large goal I have is to increase the amount of scholarships available to students. I believe hardworking students who struggle financially absolutely deserve help, and I am determined to find money within our budget to award them. To do this, I'll work with the CFO regarding getting money from appropriate accounts and meet with the finance department. Lastly, I see it as an ongoing project to include and welcome transfer and commuting students into our community at Rowan. Together, these two groups include a few thousand people who are often overlooked. It is crucial to hear the opinions of commuters and transfers to fully understand the opinions and ideas of the student body. I plan on creating a board within my committee run by these kinds of students so they can talk to their peers, report directly to me, and in turn, all the students' voices will be heard. I thank you for your consideration in me as a candidate. I know I will be able to achieve these goals and improve our school. Hopefully, you will grant me the honor to work with you all. Thank you.
Just to clarify that, I'm sorry about that. Anyone can vote. Anyone can ask a question, but only those that are petition organizations or class or academic senators can vote. I'd like to open it up to questions.
Out of all of the different open positions, why did you choose academic affairs for number one?
I think that academic affairs is most geared toward the actual students, and I think I'm pretty good at working with the actual students as opposed to like governmental policy and stuff like that.
Next question. Again, we need 3 questions. Next question.
If you were to get this position, how would it affect the other people listed here on?
I absolutely am pretty good with time management. I only have class on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the interest of like keeping my responsibilities like at hold. So I think I'll be able to perform to the best of my ability for all my e-board positions in this position.
You mentioned that you wanted to create more scholarships. What steps that you found able to create more scholarships, and how many will you be trying to create?
I think the interesting part about being an AVP is that you don't actually know how you're supposed to do things until you get there. And so you need to elect somebody who can be very adaptable. I think I'm very adaptable, and I'll be able to work with the board and the finance department and looking for money.
That's it for 3 questions, so thank you, Antonia. Just a reminder for the 2 candidates that did ask questions, you are to ask the same question to the next 2 candidates that come into the room. So Kaylee and the 2 other students, I don't know everyone's names. Sorry, apologize. Please remember your question for the next 2 candidates. All right, thank you.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Valero Siva. I'm a senior and I'm majoring in history and secondary education. Just so you guys know a little bit of what I've been involved in my 3+ years here at Rowan, I'm involved in Dining for Diversity. I was a peer mentor for the Harley Plaque Ministry program. I was a leadership mentor for 2 years. I was also a part of the pro staff for 2 years. I was an RA last year. I'm the Director of Internal Affairs for Future Business Leaders of America. Fun fact about that, we got Club of the Month last year. I'm part of the Student Alumni Association, Pre-Law Society, and I'm in 2 honors organizations. Kind of getting to why I want to be AVP for Academic Affairs. I always looked of ways to get involved ever since I was a freshman, and something I'd done my freshman year was apply for the Strategic Planning Advisory Committee. So I was just reading the Rowan Announcer, and I had a pretty close relationship with my RD, asked him to nominate me, and I went through 2 rounds and ultimately was on the short list, but so that's where I kind of started my involvement. As I said before, I was also a pro, and through the pros, I got a chance to familiarize myself with different members of different colleges, so I at least know what's going on a little bit with each college. The past 2 years, I've also got to work with Dr. DeNovi, who's an assistant dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Also, on a departmental level, I get to see what goes on in the history department. I get to work with students to help them with their concerns. I see advisement on both the department level and with advisors during the summer pros. And also get to see different programs being offered. And lastly, I kind of get to see how classes are formed and like professors and stuff like that. And that's basically what I have been involved in and my interest in being AVP for Academic Affairs.
Thank you. We have 3 questions ready for you.
Out of all of the different positions that you could have ran for, why did you choose Academic Affairs?
As I said before, I'm majoring in history and secondary education, so I kind of like the academic side of things. That interests me the most. I don't know, after I graduate, I'm kind of considering going to higher education, so this is going to kind of help me see where my interests lie if I do get the position.
Next question.
If you were to get this position, how would it affect your higher up enrollment in your other clubs?
Well, this is my senior year, and I kind of kept it light, so I'm not really that involved as I was last year. So I don't think it will really affect me that much. I have a lot of free time this year, so I think it will just blend with everything else.
And the last question right over there.
So how do you plan on, if elected, how do you plan on improving or increasing the amount of scholarships offered?
Can you say that again, please?
How would you improve or increase the amount of scholarships offered?
That's an interesting question. At first, I'll kind of look at different budgets I could kind of like tap into, and then I'll kind of go from there. But I don't know too many specifics on that, so that's probably where I start off with.
Thank you. Next up, we have Rebecca.
Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca Crowther and I am a senior biology honors student with concentrations in pre-health studies and minors in music and chemistry. I'm currently the president of the honors student organization, and my experiences in this position have more than prepared me to serve you as the assistant vice president of academic affairs. One of the chief responsibilities of someone in this position is to voice student concerns in the areas of academics. This is something I already do effectively in my position with the honors program. I work with our faculty and administration tirelessly to revise policies and curricula to better serve student needs. For example, last year I worked with our faculty advisory board to create new classes for honors students to better prepare them for life after college. I also met with the provost and multiple deans to discuss these issues. Serving as the AVP of Academic Affairs would allow me to expand the skills I already have to make an impact that would benefit not only honor students, but the entire student body. I am very knowledgeable about what this position entails and excited to have the opportunity to lead the SGA Academic Affairs Committee. I am aware that the SGA Scholarship Fund has doubled this year to $10,000, and that one of the responsibilities of this position is to award scholarships to qualified students. This is an area I am particularly passionate about as a student that is only attending college because I was fortunate enough to receive multiple scholarships to fund my education. If elected, I would ensure that the scholarship application is well advertised and that the committee honestly and responsibly awards scholarships to those that need and deserve them. I know that I am prepared and qualified to serve for you in this position. I am an extremely hardworking student, which is evident by my 4.0 GPA, as well as my extracurricular activities. This includes not only my experiences with the honors program, but my work as a research assistant at Cooper and as an active member in music ensembles. Most importantly, I love Rowan and all that my experiences here have offered me. As a senior, it would be a great privilege to represent this amazing community and give back to the school that has given me so much. Thank you and have a great night.
Thank you, Rebecca. We have 3 questions for you, so we can just begin with the questions right here.
Out of all of the different positions available, why did you choose academic affairs?
I chose academic affairs because it's something that I am very passionate about. I love school, I've always loved school, and I feel that students should have a voice in their academics. The best education comes when a student has the voice to have a part in their education. I think it's important that students have that voice, and I promise to give people that voice.
Next question? Oh no, sorry, next question right here.
If you were to get this position, how would it affect your involvement on your other e-boards, particularly since you're the president of the honors board?
So, if there are 2 things that I've learned during my time at Rowan, one is time management and the other is how to color code. So, my entire schedule is color coded. And when I thought about running for this position, I sat down and I gave SGA a color, dark blue, and I added the office hours, the 5 office hours that are required into my schedule. I've talked to some of the people on the executive board. They've told me that it takes time outside of office hours. I have time in my schedule blocked off for that, so I know that I have enough time, in addition to working with my other executive board position and honors program.
And the last question right over here.
You talked about scholarships. How do you plan on increasing the number and what steps are you taking to do that?
So I think that one of the important things about scholarships is getting people to realize that we have them. At the present moment, they're not very well advertised. I didn't know that we had them until last year, and I'm a senior. So the fact that we have more money is amazing. Scholarships are super important. People like me wouldn't be able to go to college without scholarships. So one of my goals would be to get the scholarships out there, to get people who really need them to apply, and to figure out how many we can give out to best and maximize the amount of people who deserve them.
Thank you so much.
Collecting ballots.
There is discussion included in the Senate before voting, right? Yeah, sorry. There is discussion before, so if you need to discuss or talk about anything. One thing in discussion that I do want to point out, so I mentioned I do all the money, so I take care of all the SGA accounts. We do have an SGA scholarship account, which was correct, I think someone just said, was doubled from last year to this year. So we do have those scholarships. It's not necessarily going out and obtaining it. Something they could do is talk to deans, but as far as our accounts are concerned, we did increase them from last year to this year, so that's kind of how the scholarship deal works, just so you guys know.
Is there any discussion? Does everyone have a ballot?
No, that's one thing. Yeah, they ran out of ballots.
Okay, well, let's bring you a ballot.
That's okay.
Did you have any?
Yeah, I just was like, when they're giving a speech, I know I was here last year, so I know what the gavel means. But a couple of them were like, why is he banging the gavel? Like, I don't know, just let them know, like, it's the 1 minute mark or whatever.
I'm sorry about that. I was saying
Okay,
okay.
I was just
Thank you.
making sure they're not like.
It was put in an email to the candidates. I'm sorry about that. I'll remind them. Next question.
It's less of a question, more of a recommendation. I feel that Rebecca is the best candidate for the job. As a small discussion, she's clearly prepared for what the responsibilities of this job entail. She's had more interaction with higher ups than we could ever fathom, and she's done excellent things for the honors community. Additionally, she's already blocking the schedule of the space, which I think is incredible and really forward thinking. And I can attest to her excellence in organization and executing a plan from start to finish. That's all.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Seeing no further, I'd like you guys to collect the ballots. If you guys can pass them down to your row.
Just pass it to the aisles, either side.
Is everybody's ballot in? The winners will be announced after, at the end of Senate. I am now beginning the election process for AVP of Facilities and Operations. Could Robert Sharkey please come to the front, and Samuel Duran, please step out. Thanks.
Just as a friendly reminder, when you're asking these 3 questions to the candidates, try to think of questions that you can ask not just specifically to a person's speech, but general questions. That way you can get the best knowledge. Because if you make a specific question, then it'll be harder for the other candidates to answer. You want to learn more about them in those 3 questions. So like, try to ask questions that are general and that would be able to, that everyone would be able to answer, not speech direct. Right. Making sense?
Yeah.
Robert Sharkey, can you please come to the front? Robert Sharkey? Robert Sharkey is not here.
Check if he's out there. See if he's out there.
Samuel Duran, please, can you let me? Samuel has 2 minutes to talk and 3 questions.
Hello everyone, my name is Sam Duran. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a senior at Rowan. I'm a physics major, and I have one and a half years experience at SGA and how it's run. In 2014, I was elected the E-Board for the Physics Club, and currently I am the treasurer for the club. I believe that I am the best candidate for the AVP of facilities because I have a unique combination of being able to listen to students' needs and putting their ideas and concerns into action fast. Another key trait that I have for this position is time management and keeping everything very organized. Some of the plans that I have so far is to continue the growth of the water bottle filling stations that have been previously started in the past years. Another long-term goal I have is to start updating the fluorescent light bulbs and all the incandescent light bulbs to high-efficiency LED ones to help conserve power and help the campus go green. To complement the green theme that I'm going to accomplish is to get the ball rolling in addition to add solar panels on campus. Alongside all my personal goals that I have for the university, I will listen to requests from fellow students, and in conclusion, I believe that I am the best candidate for this position. Vote for me.
Question.
Hi. So currently, the junior and students are struggling without having water fountains memorial. They're currently drinking out of eyewash or any water bottles that come inside the studio, which is hazardous to advancing. How do you plan on getting the water fountains for water distances in memorial since this is a concern to be surpassed in 2 years?
As I stated on my speech, that the water bottles are the top priority because I have heard also through past years that the water bottle filling stations have been a very high priority, and I am going to talk to everyone that I know and get a plan together and present once I get elected, or if I get elected.
How do you feel about creating more of a push for parks on campus?
I'm not exactly sure if that's a facilities kind of.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It is a facility, okay. Well, then once I get elected, I will hear out in something and I will plan for it.
Last question.
What personal experiences you have that you didn't mention? How will they help you? What is something that will help you, like an attitude that will help you in the industry?
I will get things done. If I come to a roadblock, I will find another way to get what I want to get done.
Thank you, Sam. Okay, we'll look it out. I would like to open the floor up for discussion. Close the door.
So there is a motion on the table for voting by plurality. Is there a second for that? Second. Okay, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Okay, so motion passes. Now you're voting by plurality. So is there a vote for Robert Sharkey? If you vote for Samuel Dern, please raise your placards or your hands. Please keep your hands up while we count.
Can you guys raise them on?
I am now beginning the collection process for AVP of Governmental Relations. Could Lillian Barreto please come to the front, and Robin Hester and Garrett Meglin, please step out of the room.
Hi everyone. For this annual
Sorry.
Hi everyone, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lillian Barretto and I am a senior biochemistry major here. I know that students often feel that their voices can't be heard on campus, and instead of speaking to an administrator, they take their complaints to Twitter or Facebook. And I'm definitely guilty of complaining on social media, but lately I've found that the best way to change something here is by speaking to someone who is a higher administrator. So in my eyes, the role of the Assistant Vice President of Governmental Relations is to bridge the gap between the students and Rowan's administration, as well as the Glassboro community. For the past year, I've had the wonderful opportunity to work with administrators on issues that fellow students and I felt were not focused on enough. Not only did we successfully bring these issues to light, but we achieved 3 of the 4 presented goals, and we also just began working with administrators on the Student Title IX Summit for the spring. This experience has allowed me to interact with key senior administrators on campus and afforded me the opportunity to create great student programming. And for close to a year, I have served as Vice President of PRISM, an LGBTQ+ org on campus, and recently became a peer mentor in the Harley E. Flack program. These positions have not only helped me build leadership skills, but allowed me to bond with many students and hear the issues of the greater Rowan population. Being involved at Rowan and working with administrators really made me passionate about making this school a better place for my fellow students and for future students. I would love to make a positive change here, and to do that, I would make sure that student voices are amplified. Does anyone have any questions?
Sorry about that.
We'll take that question right there.
All right. This one? All right. I had a question of, have you any experience with either like being on the committee of government relations or attending Glassboro council meetings, things like that? Do you have experience with such things?
No, I don't, but this past summer, I was part of the Title IX Summit that the administrators had, so I worked with a lot of administrators from other schools to find ways to work with Title IX, and I also had a chance to speak with a lot of Glassboro police officers, so I talked about a lot of issues within Glassboro with them, so it was really cool. Hi.
Can you name one specific responsibility of the AVP of Governmental Relations and what quality or experience you have that will allow you to act on that?
I know that the AVP of Governmental Relations has to help with helping people file absentee ballots and apply to vote for actual elections outside of the school. And I'm actually really I was really involved in my town with elections that were national elections. So I registered to vote when the day I turned 18. I was really excited, which sounds really old, but so I worked with my high school in doing that.
Any other questions? Seeing no further, Lillian, you can step out of the room.
Robin Hester, to the front, please.
Just a reminder, I'll tap together. We have 30 seconds.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to keep it obedient and be short and sweet. My name is Robin Hester, and I desire to be AVP of Government Relations. I am a senator. I'm majoring in broadcast journalism with a minor in communication studies. I have been with the SGA since fall 2014. I started as the Journalism Club Senator, And I was in 2015, I was elected president, which I am currently holding that position. I am also one of the 2016 class senators. So as you know, I am no stranger to leadership. But enough of that, let's go into this position. As AVP of Governmental Relations, I plan to be an advocate for you, the student body, your needs, your concerns within the municipalities of Glassboro and in the statewide, New Jersey statewide as well. I also plan to work closely with the New Jersey United Students on these matters, and I will also make a great effort to communicate with other colleges and converse with them on their governmental issues as well, so that we as New Jersey students can come together as a whole. We have a voice, and that voice needs to be heard. And if you elect me, I will make sure that that voice is heard, not only locally, but on the statewide level as well. This is a great opportunity for me, and if you elect me as your next AVP of Governmental Relations, I promise that I will execute this office with dignity and pride. Thank you.
Can you repeat 2 questions you asked?
So the question I asked was, do you have any experience in government relations or the committee, previous year's committee, or maybe even the municipality here in Glassboro?
I don't have any experience within the municipality here at Glassboro because I am a resident of Cherry Hill, but I do have some experience in that municipality. I can say that I know in and out the process of the legal system. I am a voter. I am an advocate of voting. I believe that it is our right, and we need to exercise it. And our voices do matter. And I studied up on governmental relations, so I know what it entails, and I do promise to execute those. Next.
So what is one of the responsibilities of the AVP of Governmental Relations, and what quality or experience do you have that will help you act on that responsibility?
Okay, one responsibility is mainly to get our people out to the polls, to register to vote. That's first of all. And to get them out to the polls and understand the importance of voting. My experience is I have voted for about 6 presidents so far. I have voted in numerous midterm elections. So I am telling my age, yes, I am 41. So I know the voting process in and out, and I have great experience in getting these done. I have worked on several campaigns within my community as far as, getting people to vote, being an advocate, getting people out to the polls and everything.
Thank you, Robin. If you could please exit the room, and we'll bring in Garrett. John, right to your left and help you out. Garrett, you'll have 2 minutes to discuss, and then we'll also ask you 2 questions that have been posed by our senators. When I tap the gavel, that means you have 30 seconds left.
Okay. Hello, my name is Garrett Miglin. I'm a 23-year-old political science senior. As a senior, so that means that I'm not running as a springboard to get onto the secretary or the president's position. I'm running because I really care about the issue that I'm going to talk about today. So if you read the WIT, 15,000 students call this campus their home. But how many of them do you think are going to travel home to vote on the primary on Super Tuesday this March? My guess is that not many will, because who wants to drive so many hours to go home to vote in the primary? How many, care about the primary? And, well, Tuesday, we have class on Tuesday anyway, right? So who can sacrifice an opportunity to go vote for Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump? Who knows? Anyway, the point is, not only will I take the voter registration drive very seriously and register everybody on campus, I also plan to make a huge push for the mail-in ballot drive so that we can get everybody their ballots mailed here to campus. We can organize people, outreach, get them signed up, voting in a pit or something, and then send the ballots back to their counties so they can vote from the comfort of the student center without having to, go up to their hometown, right? So together, if you vote for me, we can get 15,000 voices, add to the conversation. Not only that, but I see that the student government has a lot of potential on campus. Is anybody here a commuter? You know that getting off campus at peak hours between 12 and 2 o'clock are massive. You have the line that goes all the way down next to the football fields, and that was crossing the line of students that try to exit from the B lot out onto Carpenter. So the things that we can do, we can't get stoplights up there. We can't expand the road over the budget for that. What we can do is work with Rowan Police and Glassboro Police to have some people out there controlling traffic and other things like that. That's how I think that my vote for the student government here on campus.
Thank you. Can those 2 questions be asked again?
All right. My question was, have you any experience with either the current or the previous government relations committee or your local municipality or the Glassboro municipality?
Yeah, so when Jelena was the government relations committee chairwoman, I was on her committee for, I guess, a year or maybe a half a year. I was treasurer for the other half that year. Okay, no, I don't have any local government experience, no.
So, can you list one of the specific responsibilities of the AVP of Government Relations and what particular trait or experience you have that will help you act on that responsibility?
Okay, good question. One of the specific responsibilities is the voter drive that I mentioned. And I just registered to vote, this summer. And it was like the happiest day of my life. I was just looking for all the time I spent, and then I watched The West Wing. I don't know if any of you have seen The West Wing, but I was totally inspired. And now I'm like, it's my last year at college. This is my career, I'm a political science major. So next year I won't be here in class. I'll be working for a senator or the Home Depot or, the governor maybe. So that's, I'm passionate about getting people registered. Like I said, I'm going to have stands downstairs in the student center pit registering people. I'm going to visit people on profs. I'm going to talk to professors and not just people, the committee, anybody who signs up for the committee too. And like I said, not only are we going to get people registered to vote, we're also going to sign people up to vote here at the student center so they don't have to, travel 2 hours up north to vote for the primary or even the general election next November and then drive 2 hours home. That's, I think it should make sense to do it here. I guess that's it.
Thank you, Garrett. If you could please exit the room. We're now going to open it up for discussion as soon as Garrett exits the room, so if you guys can please take. Are there any senator concerns?
This is kind of a response to what Kunal was saying earlier about the Wellness Center. I was just in there the other day and I found out that they're now billing through insurance for psychiatric services and certain vaccinations and things like that. And all those services used to be free. They told me that Toby Oxford is responsible for those changes. And well, to be frank, I think it's pretty messed up because a lot of college students can't really afford to pay for psychiatric services and things like that, and a lot of insurance policies don't cover it. So
yeah, and that's an excellent question, Dylan. And I've actually been working with Toby. So one, the psychiatric care that's now being provided was care that wasn't provided by the Wellness Center before because it was not in their capacity, in the sense that these are Rowan SOM doctors coming here, and to have that kind of patient care here, we had to do that. But the thing is, and as a student, I understand about insurances. So right now, currently, Toby and I are working with all major healthcare insurance companies, as well as financial aid, as well as the student-run health insurance, to limit those barriers of entry. Because I know co-payments, deductibles, those are all things will stop students from going to the health center. That's not something I want to do. So I am working with Toby. It's well under our radars, and I have meetings with Blue Cross Blue Shield, Horizon, New Jersey, all the major health insurance providers. So that way, one, this insurance does come in and it does bring revenue to the university, but it's also used so that way. Currently the Wellness Center and the Health Center have no revenue. It's just it goes into the red every year, whatever it's budgeted for. This is going to bring back money into the Wellness Center to fund more counselors and psychiatrists. At the same time, we are working with financial aid to stop those barriers of entry from getting students in to seek the help they need.
Yeah, it's just like concerning because like I know that his salary is $310,000 a year, and like I don't think that students should be like charged for their disabilities, so to say, like rather than just like maybe taking $10,000 out of a ridiculously high salary. I mean, not that that's your problem. It's really not. I just think it's absolutely preposterous. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's also coming next Senate meeting if you want to, but I can again talk to you about what we're doing to try to lower those barriers of entry for students.
Any other senator concerns?
Quick point with the health center. Last year, I was new to this school, and I was very surprised at the fact that they ran out of vaccinations. And apparently, having not enough vaccinations for aggregate student population is not on their list of things to do. This year, they said they would have enough, but then I was talking to another person who said they always run out, and that you have to catch it in waves. That's what the term they use. So I actually had to go to Rite Aid to get vaccinated. Personally, that's one of my priorities. I don't know about every other student that they would actually wind up going off campus because a lot of people are lazy. So
We can definitely look into that and bring it back to you. Sound good?
yeah.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Drew Tin, one of the SGA advisors. So to your point specifically about immunizations, that's some information that I can provide for you. Is in the past we relied on grants from the Gloucester County Health Department for our vaccinations, and one of the things that the billing for our service for some medical services is allowing us to do are those immunizations again are coming from Rowan Medicine now. So hopefully that won't be an issue this year. And if you all would like some more information on the billing for select services at the Wellness Center, perhaps Kayla could invite Dr. David Rubenstein, the Associate Vice President, to come in and brief us on that.
Thank you, Drew. Any other senator concerns way in the back?
Yeah, actually, also about the wellness center. How come, like, if you're sick one day and you really need to see a doctor, you can't see them that day? Because I've heard more than one story about that. It happened to me personally, and even though I haven't really been sick, for me, respectfully, I'm not happy about that. Why?
So that's a great concern to have, and that's obviously something that affects a lot of students. So I know right now we have, as Rowan has hired one nurse practitioner and one nurse to try to alleviate that. But again, we can look into it to continue to see if there is still shortages and see where we can improve on that.
Hi, yeah, I got sick recently, actually. This is another wellness center thing, sorry, it's kind of dawned something I'm remembering. I actually went, like, called the wellness center and was like, hey, I've been throwing up for days. And they're like, oh yeah, we're totally booked. And then I called again and was like, hey, this is, like, actually a problem. And then suddenly there were 3 appointments available. Like, it was the same person I was talking to, and I was just angry enough to get an appointment, and I feel like, why are there, like, 2 steps to getting an appointment? Like, why, I don't know. I just feel like the wellness center is very, like,
Seeing that there are a lot of senator concerns, we will in fact invite him for the next Senate meeting, so all those concerns can be addressed. Also, if you want to send any of the executive board an email regarding that information, we can forward along to them. Are there any other senator concerns? Seeing no further senator concerns, I move to general announcements. Does anybody have any general announcements? If you do, please form a line at the podium. Also, if any club or organization is interested in getting a service letter, we have some UNICEF donation boxes for Halloween. It's kind of like trunk or treat, but with the donation box. So if you guys are interested, we can provide you a service letter for this.
Hi everybody, my name is Kyle Stevens. I am the Senator for Society of Automotive Engineers. I just want to make a general announcement that we're offering our time and labor to build stuff for you guys if you need it. Last year we built the Relay for Life arc and the Cornhole sets with Prof Pack. How it would work is you guys as a club would buy the materials and we would donate our time and labor for you guys. So if you're interested or have any questions, you can see me after the meeting. That's it. Thank you.
the student university programmers. So we kind of plan all the events on campus. There's actually a rumor going around that Color Me Rowan weekend tickets are sold out. They are not. So make sure, if anyone asks you that, they are not sold out. They're $10 a piece, and it's September 18th and 19th. So yeah, just make sure that rumor is cut. They are still on sale. Thanks.
Hey, good evening. My name is CJ Holloway. I'm a representative for the Rowan Environmental Action League. This is just a general announcement that our first meeting for the year is on September 21st. That's a Monday at 8 p.m. Please feel free to come along and do food. We want to talk about a new campaign in regards to making Rowan more sustainable. Just another general announcement is in regards to Marlene, which is a student-run magazine that's going on. We need more writers, so if you're interested in that, in journalism or anything of that sort, please come to me and we can figure something out. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I also have a journalism announcement. Our journalism club will be meeting this Wednesday in 301 High Street, room 205, from 3:30 to 5 p.m. We have revamped our whole club, and we have some new and exciting things going on. We're starting, a new blog. I'm gonna create a whole new blog. Redo our whole social media and everything. So anybody who's interested, any major who is interested in journalism, you don't have to be a journalism major or minor. You can be from any major. You can come and join us. If you like writing, it's something that you're interested in, something you like blogging about, just shoot me an email, hester1@student.rowan.edu. Again, our general meeting is this Wednesday at 3:30 at 301 High Street, room 205. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dylan. I'm from the Rowan Arts Collective. We are putting on a really awesome event October 3rd called Task Party. What it is basically we're going to make a bunch of tiles of random materials like shredded paper, toothpaste tubes, other stuff, and everybody that comes in will write a task on a piece of paper. So it could be like tie a bunch of people up with duct tape, like 30 people in duct tape, and then somebody else will pick your task out of the box and they have to complete it. So we're hoping that as many people show up as possible, and we're taking donations for all of that random crap. So if you have a bunch of random crap in bulk, we'll take it from you, and we're giving out service letters for it. So yeah, you can email us at the Rowan Arts Collective at gmail.com. You can also contact the National Art Association. They're doing that with us, and we're co-sponsoring with SGA and Rowan. So it's gonna be really fun. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's October 3rd. Yes. Yeah, but I forgot. Thanks.
How's it going? My name is Cadet Nestor. I'm part of the Army ROTC program with Rowan University. One of the things we do for certain groups or presentations that we present a color guard, in which case we bring a color guard team that presents the colors, and we'll leave the colors, we'll retrieve the colors. So if anyone has an event in which case they're trying to showcase something, or they're having a sporting event and they need someone to present the colors during the national anthem, you can find our building. It's the blue building right at near Crossings. It says Army ROTC on it. So if you need to contact us, get in contact with one of the guys there, and we'll be able to set up a color guard team.
Seeing no more general announcements, I'd like to announce the winners of our elections. Thank you to all of our candidates. Again, we encourage you all to stay participating in the Student Government Association. We have plenty of ways for you to get involved, so please don't hesitate to stop by our suite. It's located on the first level of the student center in this building, adjacent to the Starbucks. So congratulations to our Assistant Vice President of Academic Affairs, Rebecca. Our Assistant Vice President of Facilities and Operations, Sam Doran. Assistant Vice President of Governmental Relations, Robin Hester. Assistant Vice President Department of Public Relations, Katerina D. Felipe. Again, congratulations to all of our new AVPs. If you guys could please stay behind so we can discuss a few things. And thank you all for coming. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
All those opposed? Second.